Your latest news update from Western Mass News.
Good morning, I'm Blake Hitler. Here's your latest new update from Western Mass News. A follow-up now to a story we first brought to you in May of this year. A Longmeadow teen, 18-year-old Zachary Elfman, was arraigned in court this week for a fatal crash that killed his fellow classmate, Katerina Boscovich. He was arraigned in Hampden County Juvenile Court earlier this week. A pretrial hearing for Elfman is scheduled for May 2023. And hospitals throughout the Bay State are still seeing a surge of RSV, a virus that can be dangerous for small children. It usually looks like the common cold in most adults, but can be particularly dangerous for small children and older adults. As the holiday season approaches, Cooley Dickinson Hospital is anticipating a surge, and Bay State Medical Center revealed the pediatric intensive care unit has already reached capacity. The Rhode Island Attorney General's office has filed a notice of bail violation in Holyoke City Councilor Wilmer Puelo Mota's child pornography case. Puelo Mota says he was unaware that attending an elementary school event in Holyoke would be a bail violation. The court eventually released Puelo Mota on a personal recognizance, the same bail previously set in the child pornography case.
Big change in the weather pattern. First alert meteorologist Zach Duhame. Temperatures near 70, humid this morning, but a cooler, more dry air mass coming in as we speak throughout the day. The rain is moving on out towards the Cape and eventually off the East Coast, which is the good news. A gusty northwest wind taking over, so a cooler but still well above average feel, but 60s by the afternoon, but still a little bit less humid. And then we see a push of moisture coming in overnight, so it could be a damp start to Sunday as well, with drier air coming in, but a much chillier feel by the afternoon. We have a jet stream dipping down overhead our tourist south on Sunday, so 70 today, 52 tomorrow, 40s throughout the rest of the week. Yeah, big change in the pattern. 70 today, I mentioned that, 52 tomorrow. Morning showers clearing today, morning showers, but much cooler tomorrow with highs only in the 50s. A 10-day forecast looks like this. Highs again in the 40s, lows in the 20s for most of next week. The first flakes of the season could come in Wednesday with a little mix to rain, then turning cooler but dry to end the forecast for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of next week.
Stay with Western Mass News on air, online, and on our app throughout the day for breaking news, weather, and exclusive content.